Whether it's a lager or an ale, whether it's a stout, light, dark, or pale. If you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews. He's not quite an amateur, not quite a connoisseur, but regardless of the brewer, he's got taste in beer for sure.
You can tell just by his gut, this guy is a bona fide beer nut.
So whether it's a porter or an IPA, whether it's from Europe or the USA, if you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews.
Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Going into new territory tonight. I never had a beer from the state of Utah before. So we're going to start there with the Cherny Bock Schwarzbier, brewed by Bohemian Brewery, USA. And if you take a look at the back of the can here, it says it's brewed to the Reinheitsgebot. And on the side it says brewed and canned by Bohemian Brewery, Midvale, Utah, 4% ABV. And what's interesting is underneath the barcode down here it says best if served in a glass. And they actually use the tulip glass. And there's like a horseshoe and recycle and hops and a goat. So I said drinking out of a tulip, that's what I'm using. It looks like a Schwarzbier. It's fully black. Just ever a little bit of ruby red down there. Got about a 2-finger head. It's, off-white, kind of foamy, soapy. Interesting, they call it a Bock, but then they also say it's a Schwarzbier, which are not the exact same styles. Like, they're similar, but they're not exactly the same. That's like calling something a Pale Ale IPA, They're not the same. They're similar, but they're not the same. But anyways, as far as aroma, yeah, it smells like a typical Schwarzbier. You're getting a little bit of roasted malt, you're getting that lager yeast. I can definitely tell by smelling this is a lager, so cheers. Wow. I'm surprised they got so much taste in here for such a mild beer. Potency speaking. Yeah, I would definitely classify this as a Schwarzbier instead of a Bock. Schwarzbiers are basically like the stouts of lager, except like way, like dry stouts. Up front it was like kind of fizzy, kind of sweet, like a soda. The first thing that hit me was like, hey, this is kind of like drinking a Coke. Not that sweet though. And then as it finished, I got like this really roasted malt flavor that was, pretty enjoyable. It finished very clean though. There's next to no aftertaste. Yeah, very similar qualities that you get in a stout, just not nearly as robust. It finishes, after you get that roasty sweetness, it comes back to it goes full circle, coming back to that kind of soda kind of sweetness you get. It's funny, it's almost like an artificial sweetness, like a Splenda or something like that. I know it's not, because they made a point of saying here, this is brewed under the Reinheitsgebot, so it's just the 4 ingredients: malts, hops, water, and yeast. Pretty refreshing beer. I wouldn't call it crisp in the mouth. It's more flat. It's, despite the low ABV, I would not call it a light beer. It's kind of on the lower end of medium bodied. But the mouthfeel is kind of flat. It's kind of wet. It's refreshing while it's in the mouth. It's finishing, fairly clean now that I'm about halfway through. I'm getting like a little bit of a residual toasted kind of malt aftertaste, but it's very subtle. Seems to be, like I said, kind of a flat mouthfeel, so it makes it easy to drink. The fizziness has kind of died away, because, lagers, you tend to drink them fast like this and you just keep burping after every swig. It's not doing that here. Getting a slight touch of bitter dark chocolate. I wouldn't call it a particularly bitter beer though. It's the palate overall is kind of mild. You're getting that nice kind of roasty, toasty malt on the back end. A little bit of a subtle aftertaste along those lines. But otherwise, I'm surprised. It's a good beer. I'm not even going to take a break. I already know how I'm going to rate this. I'm going to give a 7 out of 10 to the Cherny Bock from the Bohemian Brewery. It's a good beer. That's all I got to say. This is pretty much what I look for in a Schwarz beer. And I am giving it like a few brownie points for being, they can put like this much flavor into such an otherwise low ABV beer. This is a fantastic session beer right here. A lot of people don't tend to session lagers, but yeah, I'm genuinely impressed. So if I could, I'd be interested in getting the rest of their line. I wonder what else they make. So oh yeah, I have to mention this beer was donated to the show from Hagen Blount of itasteyourbeer.com. So thanks Hagen for the beer. And again, that was a 7 out of 10 for the Cherny Bock. It's a good beer. That does it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.